Today we're going to talk about hiking for those who are blind or visually impaired because the outdoors is for everyone. So we're going to talk about different ways we can include them to get them outdoors safely and effectively. Check out these few tips ahead to get your kids out hiking on the trail. Hey Bryce, what's up, man?
Not much.
You ready to go for a hike?
Yeah.
All right, there's a couple things we should probably know before we do go out in the woods. And the first thing we should know is it's something you can do totally with all of your family and friends, and you can do it for long or short hikes. Before we do though, we should talk about our footwear, all right? So you're wearing sneakers, right?
Yeah.
These are comfortable shoes?
Yeah.
Do you want to feel how your shoes kind of squish around?
Yeah.
And they're really, really twisty?
Yep.
Those might not protect our ankles,
Okay.
you know? So what we want to do is wear boots instead. And I see you have one boot on, but I'm going to explain with our hands
Okay.
how well these will protect our feet. So I want you to feel how I'm going to twist the boot, and I want you to feel the whole entire boot. Put your hand right in the middle, and I'm going to twist it really hard. Now, does it twist as much as the shoe?
No.
That's what's protecting your feet. So we want to make sure we have really good footwear so that we step on roots and rocks, that our feet stay right inside the boot and that don't twist our ankles.
Okay.
Can you hold the boot one more time?
Yep.
All right, so when we're walking, it's going to be a lot more stable. And when we're in a shoe, it's going to be like this. It's like rocking a really tippy canoe.
Yeah.
All right, so what we want to do is make sure we have these boots nice and snug. You ready to put on the other one?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. You want to have a seat?
Yeah.
Come over towards me a little bit, bud, for my
Okay.
voice. Awesome, have a seat. Cool, I'm gonna loosen this one up. Now, do you hike a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like hiking.
That's awesome. Is there any local trails right nearby you can think of?
Yeah, one about 5 minutes away from my house.
Perfect. You and your friends like to get out there?
Yeah.
Perfect, man. Good to hear. All right, let's see if we can slip this thing on. Get the heel in there. It's really important that these boots, although sometimes tough to get on, that they are snug so they don't move around when we're walking. There we go.
There.
Cool. Mind if I tie you up?
Yep.
All right. I like to do a double knot. That way they don't come untied in the woods.
Yeah.
Can I see
That's
the other
what I
side? Thanks, bud. All right. Why don't we stand right up? Okay. The next thing to talk about is a little bit of gear. All
Okay.
right. We go out in the woods. Can you think of anything you might want to bring?
did. Bug spray.
Bug spray.
Walking stick.
Walking sticks might help.
Yep.
Anything else?
Definitely protective footwear. Which we
Protective
just
footwear.
did.
That's right.
Yep.
Definitely. All right. I want to talk about a few more things on how to carry that stuff safely. Can I fit you for a backpack?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. So Bryce, before we go hiking, it's important we bring a backpack with all the things that we need. Hold the backpack and just feel different parts of it, okay?
Mhm.
And I'll talk about what they are in a second. Now you have a backpack for school, right?
Yeah.
This one's gonna fit you a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
It's gonna fit right to your body. That way it doesn't jump around while you're hiking, all
Okay.
right? So Bryce, it's important when we go hiking, we always put our essentials in the very top pack, all right? There's a sleeve here. What I'm gonna do is put my sunscreen there, my headlamp, my map, my bug spray, and all that stuff's gonna be in a place where I know I can get it the second I take my backpack off.
Okay.
We got a lot of important things in here. What do you think's the most important?
Probably water.
Probably the water. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to feel and take out a water bottle that you find. So that right there is a nice sleeve, and there's 2 of them on the pack where you can stash away your water, and you'll have plenty enough for the day.
Okay.
Cool. You want to find it, put that right back in. You want to try put it on yourself?
Sure.
We'll get you started and you finish it up. Yep, a little twisted. There you go. Well, what's the next part, do you think? We want to put on our hips first, right?
Yeah.
Hips, shoulders, sternum. Okay?
Okay.
So try to buckle that belt right there for you. Click. All right.
Yep.
Maybe you want to try, just make sure these straps are good. Pull them down tight. All right. Now we can go to our sternum strap and pull it right across. There you go. Find that buckle. Perfect.
Cool.
All right. Do a jump. All right. We're ready to go, man.
Yep.
So there's a few different ways to go hiking with someone who's visually impaired or blind. Bryce, would you like me to do a human guide for you?
Yes.
All right, which side would you like?
Right.
My right side? All right, grab right on. All right, we'll hike from there. Get a little bit narrow. There's a few sticks on the trail. We'll step over those. Now the trail's a little bit wider. We can walk side by side. How you feeling, bud?
Good.
Nice. Another way to hike is we had all-terrain cane. This is great for the woods, rocks, roots, and all kinds of imperfections will go over the earth. It's going to be able to scan much more efficiently and cover a little more distance so that they're more aware of their surroundings in front of them. Bryce, would you like to try out the all-terrain cane?
Sure.
All right, man. In front of you, you can grab the grip from the top. Is that a little too tall for you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about adjusting it quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually bring it up, and I want you to, for those handlebars one more time, I wanna grip it really tight, and I want you to twist this one back and this other one forward. And what that's gonna do is keep loosening it, and eventually we can make it a little bit shorter or longer. So we'll make it down right about there. Can you twisting it back up, opposite way? Keep twisting. Twist it really tight until it can't anymore. Awesome. Sweet. Well, you gonna take it for a spin?
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right, Bryce. Ready to walk?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it. I like to see you scan really big left and right. Walk slowly at first. Big sweeping motion. Nice job. Keep coming. Great pace. Good job. Keep walking towards the sound of my voice. Keep scanning. Sweet. Another way is we use a trekking pole. These are designed to help us go uphill a little bit more efficiently and downhill without so much impact on our knees. They also allow us to step up at really high things and give us a little bit of boost, and we step down to something a little bit more like a little slower when we're coming down off of something that's really high, like a big rock or something. On each trekking pole, there's a handle. I'm gonna show you where that handle is.
Okay.
If you wanna reach out in front and find that handle, slide it right up, and make sure our thumb is right along the grip, just like this. Like the other one, slide it right up, get the strap right out of the way there for you. There you go. All right, perfect. How'd they feel?
Good.
Awesome. So we'll talk about a few different ways to use trekking poles.
Okay, cool.
All right. First thing I like to use for this, if someone is maybe not able to see as much, and to let them know how wide the trail is, I'm going to turn the trekking pole sideways like handlebars,
Okay.
and I'm going to let them know with my hands. And you put the hands on top. I'll let you know how narrow or wide the trail is. So right now, this is pretty narrow of a trail, but maybe it's really wide. We can hold way outside here and know that we'll have that much space to walk on.
Okay.
All right. It's going to get a little bit wider. I'm going to make us adjust this out so you can hold a little bit more. All right, so Bryce, you covered a lot of techniques. The next one is, we're using trekking poles. You and I both can use them. Do you know how?
No.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand in front of you, and I'm gonna have you reach by your sides, and I'm gonna give you the trekking poles by your hips.
Okay.
All right? So I'm gonna stand in front of you. I'm gonna slowly reach down by your hips, and slowly bring these tips up to your hips. Grab on. All right, are you holding on pretty good?
Yep.
Okay. The benefit of this is you can walk right behind me on a narrow trail, and if the trail goes up and down, you'll feel where that is. And also turning left and right is very easy because we're steering our shoulders and hips. What do you think about this technique?
I think it's really useful.
I think it is too. All right, do you want to set those tips down?
Yep.
We'll talk about the next one. If you have a kiddo that has some vision and they can see some bright colors, then wear one and maybe they can follow you on the trail instead of doing any of the techniques we just mentioned. Ready to follow me?
Yep.
All right. And sometimes it's nice to make some sound so they can follow your voice or where you're going in that direction. So Bryce, you ready to go for a hike?
Yeah.
And I think last time we did about 3 miles. What do you think about today? How far do you want to go?
About 4.
About 4 miles? All right, I think you're up to it.
All right.
So if you don't mind, could I use your hand to talk about the map and where we're gonna go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I use your left hand. We're starting right here.
Okay.
We're gonna do a big loop. Last time we did 3 miles, but if we go a little further, we're gonna go all the way past our palm, way out to our middle of our fingers here, and then back to the same spot.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. Sounds good.
Last time we did 3 miles, we did it for about an hour and 15 minutes. How long do you think it'll take us to do 4 miles?
Maybe about an hour and 45 minutes.
I think that's a good goal. I think we can do that. All right, cool.